Closing. Your invitation, your inheritance. You have walked through a journey of invitations. You have learned to pause and invite yourself. You have honored grief instead of denying it. You have reached for connection when isolation tempted you. You have met anger and shame with compassion. You have stepped into anti-fragility, letting struggle become fuel for growth. You have asked for support, resisting the myth of self-sufficiency. And you have held open doors, inviting others into possibility. Each step has been about more than healing. It has been about reclaiming what disinheritance took from you and handing forward something new. The framework revisited. At the beginning of this book, I named a simple framework: disinheritance, the patterns, wounds, and cultural messages you did not choose but were given. Invitation, the pause, the moment where you recognize freedom and choose differently. Inheritance, the life you begin to shape and the possibilities you pass on. This framework is not linear, it is cyclical. You will meet disinheritance again and again. Each time you are invited anew. Each time you create fresh inheritance. This is how change is sustained, not in one grand act, but in countless small invitations lived moment by moment. Why this matters. The world does not need more perfection. It does not need more performance. It needs more people who live invitationally, who pause long enough to disrupt old cycles and extend new possibilities. Your family needs this. Your community needs this. Most of all, you need, because when you live invitationally, you remember that your life is not defined by what was handed down, but by what you choose to hand forward. The Invitation Manifesto. As a final practice, I invite you to write your Invitation Manifesto. This is not about rules or resolutions. It is about naming the spirit with which you want to live. Use these prompts to guide you. I invite myself into honesty, compassion, courage, or rest. I will no longer inherit silence, shame, perfection, or fear. I will hand forward presence, connection, resilience, or love. Keep it short, keep it true. Let it be something you can return to when old voices rise. Let it evolve as you live it. This manifesto is not a contract to be obeyed. It is a compass to help you find your way back to the pause. Poets Corner. I want to revisit the first passage I shared in Invitation to Yourself from Rilke. It honors the cyclical nature of this work because you may find yourself back to the beginning where you need to invite yourself again. Be patient toward all that is unsolved in your heart and try to love the questions themselves as if they were locked rooms or books written in a very foreign tongue. Do not seek the answers now, for you would not be able to live them. And the point is to live everything. Live the questions now. Perhaps you will then, gradually, without noticing it, live along some distant day into the answer. Rilke reminds us that we are not meant to live by answers, but by invitations. Questions themselves can be companions. They can shape us more than any conclusion. Pause with these lines. What questions are already shaping your life? Which ones might you be called to live rather than solve? From David White's poem, What to remember when waking. What shape waits in the seed of you to grow and spread its branches against a future sky? A beautiful question. As you close this book, here is your final invitation. What inheritance do I want to create with my life, and how might I live the questions that lead me there? This is not a question to answer quickly. Let it unfold, let it evolve, let it accompany you as you step forward. A final word. This is not the end, it is another beginning. Every pause you meet is another invitation. Every invitation you accept becomes another act of rebellion against old patterns. Every act of rebellion becomes part of the inheritance you hand forward. Live the questions. Write your manifesto. Hold open doors. And never forget, you are not just recovering your soul, you are rewilding it. My Invitation Manifesto. I refuse to carry only what was handed down. I will not inherit silence, shame, or cycles that keep people small. I will not pass forward the weight of fear, control, or disconnection. I am a rebel, not for rebellion's sake, but for life's sake. I am a cycle breaker, not because it is easy, but because it is necessary. I invite myself into honesty, compassion, and presence. I invite grief to teach me, anger to guide me, and wonder to awaken me. I invite connection that goes deeper than commentary and into the substance of being alive. I choose a different inheritance. Inheritance is not only what was given, it is what we claim, what we live, and what we hand forward. I give myself and those who come after me not silence but voice, not fear but courage, not disconnection but belonging. I give you what is already yours. My life is an open door. My words, my work, and my presence are invitations. This is my inheritance. To rebel against what diminishes us, to hand forward what awakens us, and to live as if everything I touch is already waiting for me. This is our invitation to the world, to create lives we love to live, to pause long enough to choose differently, to turn old patterns into new possibilities.